Dear students, in past semester we already studied power system 1 and power system 2. Now today we discuss a new subject of 7th semester electrical engineering is advanced power system 1. Advanced power system 1, which is a subject related on advanced techniques used in the power system for transmission and distribution purposes. Now, in this subject, we study difference between power system and advanced power system. Now, what is the advance in the subject? What is the active power? What is the reactive power? And any other points regarding the power system. Now, the first my topic, the difference between power system and advanced power system. So the power system is basically the idea given how to generate a power, then transmit the power and distribute this power home to home and some of the industries. But in this power system, what is the advanced technique we use? Generally, power system is a basic topic in electrical engineering, and it has so many instruments, so many equipments we use for this power system. But the advanced power system, it is the new era of the power system, which is so many advanced technique we use in this subject. Now, what is active power? This is the basic in power system. What is active power? Define the active power, which is the actually consumed or utilized in AC circuit, is called a true power or active power, which is consumed power in the circuit. And what is reactive power? Reactive power means what? Reactive power is the power which flows back and forth. That means it moves in both the direction in the circuit. It reacts upon itself, is called reactive power. Now, reactive power means it's used to develop a magnetic field in this circuit. Okay. Now, what is the background of this subject? So the conventional controlled system means what? The conventional control system, which is the system to control active and reactive power from the system. So the conventional control system we basically use in the power system: automatic generation control, excitation control, then transformer tape changing control, phase shifting transformer. All are the control systems which are basically used. Now, the new era in advanced power system is FACTS. What is the FACTS? FACTS means flexible AC transmission system. Flexible AC transmission system, which is called some of the use of semiconductor component and the resulting in power electronics device, and to improve the efficiency and the deliver of the power delivery from the FACTS, means flexible AC transmission system. Basic operating principle of new FACTS. Now, the another topic of this chapter is electrical transmission network. In electrical transmission network, Generally, the power at remote location necessitates the use of transmission lines to connect the generation sites to load centers. Furthermore, to enhance the system reliability, multiple lines that connect load centers to several sources, interlink neighboring utilities, and build the needed levels of redundancy have gradually led to the evolution of complex interconnected electrical transmission networks. These networks now exist on all continents. In complex interconnected AC transmission network, the source to load power flow finds the multiple transmission paths. For a system comprising multiple source and numerous loads, a load flow study must be performed to determine the level of active and reactive power flows on the lines. It impedance and the voltages at its terminals determine the flow of active and reactive powers on the lines. Now the result is that whereas the interconnected AC transmission system network provide reliability of power supply, no control exists on the line loading except to modify them by changing line impedance by adding series and or shunt circuit elements, capacitors and reactors. Electrical transmission networks until recently active and reactive power control in AC transmission system network was exercised by carefully adjustment of transmission line impedance as well as regulating terminals voltages by generator excitation control and by transformer tape changes. At times, series and shunt impedances were employed to effectively change line impedance. Now, all these methods we discuss in electrical transmission networks. Now the another topic is conventional control mechanism. What is the conventional control mechanism? So the control on active and reactive power flow on a given line embedded in an interconnected AC transmission network. Conventional AC power system, however, most of the controllability exists at generating stations. For example, generators called spinning reserves maintain an instantaneously balance between the power demand and power supply. These generators, in fact, are purposely operated at reduced power, also to regulate the system frequency and for maintaining the system at the rated voltage control are exercised on several generators. Now, automatic generation controller means AGC to control the flow of steams regarding the power. The megawatt output of generator is regulated by controlling the driving torque TM provided by the prime mover of turbine in a conventional electromechanical system. It could be a steam or hydraulic turbine. The needed change in the turbine output torque is achieved by controlling the steam water input into the turbine. Now shown in the figure 1.1, the speed governing system are given in this system. Steam valve inlet, steam or water valve gate to the turbine, then it is generated PM, TM, then the feedback speed governing system is also applied in the feedback system and the active power goes to electrical load. TM means the mechanical driving torque, T means the mechanical load torque from the generator electrical output and PM is equal to the mechanical power input to the generator. Now the automatic generation control AGC, the speed governor output is invariably taken through the several stages of mechanical amplification for controlling the inlet steam water valve gate of the driving turbine. In figure 1.1 shows the basic speed governing system of the generator supplying an isolated load. The operation of the basic feedback control system is enhanced by adding further control input to the help control the frequency of large interconnection. In that role, the control system becomes the automatic generation control with supplementary signals. Now the second one system is called excitation control system. The basic function of an exciter is to provide a DC source for a field excitation of synchronous generator. A control on exciter voltage results in controlling the field current, which in turn controls the generated voltage. When the synchronous generator is connected to the large system where the operating frequency and terminal voltages are largely unaffected by the generator, its excitation control causes the reactive power output change. Now in this excitation control system, figure 1.3 is given. The regulator, exciter, limiters and protective circuits, generator system, power system stabilizer, limiter and protective circuits also used in the feedback system. Conceptual block diagram of modern excitation control. Now the excitation control system employs a voltage control to control the excitation voltage. This operation is typically recognized as an automatic voltage regulator. However, because an excitation control operates quickly, several stabilizing and protective signals are inherently invariably signals are however because of this operation is typically recognized as an automatic voltage regulator AVR. However, because an excitation control operates quickly, several stabilizing and protective signals are invariably added to the basic voltage regulator. A power system stabilizer PSS is implemented by adding auxiliary damping signals derived from the shaft speed or terminal frequency or the power, and effective and frequently used technique for enhancing small signal stability of the connected system. In figure 1.3 shows the functionally of an excitation control system. Okay. Now the second one system is transformer tap changer. Tap control can be carried out manually or automatically. Two types of tap changers are usually available: offload tap changers and perform adjustment when the de-energized, and on-load tap changers which are equipped with the current communication capacity and are operated under load. Tap changers may be provided is one of the two transformer windings as well as the auto transformer. Tap changing transformer control are vary the voltages and therefore the reactive power flows. These transformers may be used as a reactive power control device. On-load tap changing transformers are usually employed to correct voltage profile on an hourly and or daily basis to accommodate load variation. Their speed of operation is generally slow and frequent operation result in electrical and mechanical wear and tear. Now, another method which is called phase shifting of transformer. Also, it is used for regulating the voltage. A special form of three-phase regulating transformer realized by combining a transformer that is connected in series with the line voltage transformer equipped with a tap changer. This winding of the voltage transformer are so connected that on its secondary side, phase quadrate voltages are generated and phase feed into the secondary voltages of the series transformer. This is the phase shifting transformer. Here the phase shifting voltage delta VBC, delta VCA and delta VAB. And this is the phase shifting angle delta theta. Phasor diagram and schematic diagram given here. In this figure, such as the arrangement together with the phasor diagram, the phasor diagram shows the phase shift realized without appreciable change in the magnitude by the injection of the phase quadrature voltage components in the three-phase system. When the three-phase shifting transformer employs an on-load tap changer, controllable phase shifting is achieved. Now this is the flexible AC transmission system. All are the points we consider in this lecture. Before facts, all are the conventional control mechanism. Conventional control mechanism means that it is compulsory used today in the substation, and it is used more times, means it is very old process. But this is the flexible AC transmission system, which is the new era. Is a concept based on power electronic controller which enhance the value of transmission networks by increasing the use of their capacity. Emerging transmission network. Emerging transmission network means what is it? A historical change in overtaking the electrical power is a utility business. One type of a business of electrical power. Customer are demanding their right to choose the electrical energy suppliers from the competing vendors. A movement that has arisen from the benefits of lower cost of such services as a long distance telephone calls, natural gas purchases, and air travel. The industry embracing these activities have been recently deregulated, and in these sectors, competition has been introduced. Now, in this emerging transmission network, on becoming a responsible for its own business, a power transmission company must make the best use of its transmission capacity and ensure that transmission losses are reduced to their lowest value. Also, any loss of transmission capacity means the loss of income for company. Therefore, all the action must be taken to ensure that unwanted circulating power is not blocking the available transmission capacity. In addition, the energy conjugation is critical transmission corridors must be avoided to eliminate the risk of missed business opportunity. Finally, the offer the greatest flexibility to the market operators. A transmission company must create the maximum safe operating limits to allow the power injection and tappings from its buses without risking stable operation. Thank you very much. This is our chapter number 1, introduction in 7th electrical engineering, semester 7, and the subject name is advanced power system 1. Thank you very much.